Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Squad Builder Shoutouts on the channel, and in today's episode I am bringing you a 400k team, a 500k team and a 600k team. So as always, if you can show some support to this video by dropping a like on it, that would be hugely appreciated, and we are still pushing for 13,000 subscribers, so yeah, if you could help me get there, that would be great. So as always, we are just going to jump straight into our first squad builder shout out, and it does come from Dominic Smith, who says 400k team with Sissoko and Ndombele. So the formation I have chose is 4-1-2-1-2 in brackets 2. So kicking things off, in between the sticks, we have actually got the 88 rated Thibaut Courtois, and this guy is without doubt one of the best goalkeepers on this game. 6'6", so an absolute giant. 89 handling is a really good stat. I think his only weakness, you could argue, is maybe his kicking. 72, it's not that bad, but it's definitely not one of the best. But yeah, apart from that, this guy's a superb goalkeeper. Yeah, definitely recommend getting him in goal. So on to the right back position, I decided to go with the 81 rated Alessandro Florenzi, and I think this guy is a very solid, reliable right back on this game. I think going forwards he's really good, defensively pretty decent as well. So we're going to move on to the right centre back position, and we have got the 89 rated Giorgio Chiellini. I'm a big fan of this guy. I think he's a really solid, no nonsense centre back. 90 defending is a really good stat. And yeah, I thought he did a good job for me in game. So alongside him, we have actually got another 89 rated centre-back in Sergio Ramos. And it was my first time using this guy on FIFA 20. And I was impressed with him. I thought he was really good for me in game. Of course, very aggressive. And I think he's the complete centre-back, really. He's not really got any weakness to his game. He's got pretty good pace, solid defending and physicality. Good on the ball as well. So yeah, him and Chiellini were very solid for me at the back. So we're moving on to the left back position. We have got the 85 rated Marcelo, and I think this guy is a very good left back. Of course, he's had quite a big downgrade from FIFA 19, but I still think he's definitely usable. Of course, 89 dribbling is sensational really for a left back. 5-star skills as well. Going forwards, I think you could maybe argue he's the best left back on the game. Defensively, I don't think he's one of the best. Of course, high to low work rate isn't really ideal for a left back, but overall I think he's definitely a good player to have, and I think he suits this formation very well as well, because he gives you a big threat down that left hand side, because of course this formation hasn't got any wingers. So on to the central defensive midfield position, we have got the 85 rated Blaise Matuidi. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I've used him so many times already on FIFA 20. I really do believe he is just a specialist at cutting the passing lanes, winning the ball back. He's got great energy in game, a really important player to have in your team. So we're moving on to the left central midfield position, and we have got our first requested player in the 81 rated tag guy Ndombele, and I think this guy is a very OP midfielder on this game. I've used him quite a few times as well. Really good technically with his dribbling. Very good pace as well. He's pretty decent defensively as well. He's got nice physicality. So I just think overall he's a good box-to-box midfielder. Very cheap and affordable. So we are moving on to the right central midfield position now. And we have got the other requested player. And of course it is going to be the 81 rated Moussa Sissoko. This guy is also a very good box-to-box midfielder. I don't think he's as good on the ball with his dribbling and his passing than Ndombele, but he makes up for it really with his physicality. 89 physicality is so good. 79 defending as well, very nice. And yeah, this guy also just a really good box-to-box midfielder. So on to the cam position, and we've actually got a centre forward in the team who goes by the name of Alexander Lacazette. And this was my second time using Lacazette, and I thought he did okay for me in game. He didn't actually score or get an assist in 2 matches. So it's a little bit of a disappointing return from Lacazette, but I do think this guy will score you goals. So yeah, I still would recommend using Lacazette. He's not too expensive anymore as well, so worth getting in the team for sure. So on to the two strikers now, and we're going to start on the left hand side with Lucas Moura. Now I did actually swap this guy and Lacazette around in game. I used Moura as the cam. I feel he can definitely play that position. Of course, he's got electric pace, very nice dribbling as well. So yeah, I think Moura is a very overpowered player. I've seen quite a few people use him in game. So alongside him up front, we have got the 83 rated Marcus Rashford, and I'm a really big fan of this card. I think Rashford is a great striker on FIFA 20. Of course, 92 pace is really good. I think he's really clinical in front of goal as well. Really good finisher. 5-star skills as well, which is very useful. So as you can see there, every player's on at least 8 chemistry. If you converted all the players to their correct positions, then played 10 matches with the team, every player would be on 10 chemistry. So in game, I did swap Lacazette and Lucas Moura around like that. I would also recommend swapping Ramos and Chiellini around just to have them on their preferred foot. So on to the custom tactics that I used for this team. They are, as you can see, on screen. So on to the player instructions. I actually just kept both the strikers as it was, balanced on everything. And then for Lucas Moura, get into the box across and to free roam. For Ndombele and Moussa Sissoko, I would just keep everything as balanced. And then for Matuidi, cut the pass lane, stay back while attacking and to cover the centre. And as always, I do tell my fullbacks to stay back while attacking. So those are the play instructions for this 400k team. So overall, for a 400k team, I actually think this team is very complete. Defensively, I thought this is where this team is at its strongest. Really good, didn't really concede too many goals with the team. Going forwards, I do think you are going to get goals as well with Rashford, Moura and Lacazette. So yeah, hopefully Dominic, this team will do well for you and you'll be able to get quite a few wins with this team. Okay, so we are now going to be moving on to our second squad builder shout out, and it does come from Oliver Meek, who says 500k team with Pep Guardiola. So the formation I have chose is 4-2-2-2. So kicking things off in between the sticks, we've actually got the 90 rated Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and I have to say this guy is one of the best goalkeepers that I've used so far in FIFA 20, without a doubt. Such a complete keeper, to be fair. He's got no weakness, he's got great kicking, reflexes, handling, he's got it all really. I would probably say he is the best goalie I've used so far. Superb in game, so yeah, definitely recommend getting him in between the sticks. So we are moving on to the right back position. We've got the 85 rated Danny Carvajal, and I've used this guy a few times now in FIFA 20. I think he's always a solid, reliable right back, good going forwards, good defensively. So on to the right centre back position, and I decided to go with the 81 rated Militiao. Very overpowered centre back on this game, pretty complete as well. He's got the pace, the defending, the physicality, decent on the ball as well. So yeah, would recommend getting this guy in your team. So alongside him in the centre-back position, we have got the 86 rated Samuel Umtiti. And I think this guy is a good centre-back. I don't think he's one of the best on the game, but he's definitely a usable defender. 86 defending is good, 82 physicality is decent, 69 pace is okay as well. So we're moving on to the left-back position. We have got the 82 rated Roussillon, and I do like this guy. I think he's a really good left back on this game. Very good going forwards, very solid defensively, and that's all you really want from your left back, and yeah, he's definitely that. So we're moving on to the left CDM position, and I decided to go with the 85 rated Axel Witsel. Very good defensive midfielder on this game, very strong and powerful, pretty tall, being 6'1", and pretty decent technically on the ball as well. So on to the right central defensive midfielder. Now, of course, Oliver, you do own Pep Guardiola. I am assuming he is untradeable. Now, for you guys that don't own the untradeable Pep Guardiola, then you can actually go with this man, Roger Nangola, and that's what I decided to do. Only costs around about 5,000 coins, so a cheap alternative. And this guy is also a very good defensive midfielder on the game. So on to the right cam position, we have got the 87 rated Insigne, and I do normally like this guy. He didn't really get too good a return for me in this team, but I think this guy does offer you a lot. He's got the pace, the dribbling, 85 passing as well is pretty decent. So yeah, he can create chances, he can score you goals. He didn't do that for me in this team, but I've used him in previous teams, and he's always done well for me in those teams. So on to the left cam position, we have got the main man himself, the 88 rated Marco Reus, and this guy really did stand out for me in this team. He got 4 goals and 3 assists in the 4 matches, a superb return, and I have to say I think he's probably one of the best cams on this game. His finishing really is on another level. He is so clinical in front of goal. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend trying out Reus if you guys haven't, because yeah, I was really impressed with him. So we're moving on to the left striker, and we've got the 83 rated Timo Werner, and I do like this guy. I think he's a very OP striker, great at getting in behind, of course, having that 92 pace. Very clinical in front of goal as well. He has 81 shooting, but I think his finishing's a little bit better than that 81 stat would suggest. Really clinical in front of goal. So alongside him up front, we have got the 87 rated Dries Mertens. This guy is also a very good striker, of course. He's got that electric pace as well. 90 dribbling as well, very good. 83 shooting. This guy, very good. He'll score you goals, I'm sure of that. So as you can see there, once again, every player is actually on at least 9 chemistry in this team. And again, if you converted all the players to the correct position and played 10 matches with the team, every player would be on 10 chemistry. So on to the custom tactics. They are, as you can see, on screen. So moving on to the play instructions, I told both my strikers to get in behind, of course, both really pacey, so play to their strengths. For Insigne, I actually told him to come on to defence, get into the box across and to free roam. I told him to come on to defence. I just think it gives you a bit better defensive stability, really, if you've got the 2 cams tracking back. So I told Marco Reus to do the exact same as Insigne. And then for both of the CDMs, cut the passing lanes, stay back while attacking and to cover the centre. And as always, I do tell both my fullbacks to stay back while attacking. So those are the play instructions for this 500k team. So as you can see on screen, we are moving on to my highlights using this team in-game, and I was really impressed with this team. In particular, that front four of Reus, Werner, Mertens and Insigne. It's got so much pace in that attack, so I would look to exploit that as much as possible. But yeah, anyway, Oliver, hopefully this team will do well for you and you'll be able to get quite a few wins with the team in-game. Okay, so we are now moving on to our third and final squad builder shout out, and it does come from Joe Bolton, who says 600k team with Timo Werner. So the formation I have chose is 4-4-2, so kicking things off in between the sticks, we have actually got the 88 rated Hugo Lloris, and I think this guy is a very good shot stopper. 91 reflexes is a great stat. However, I do think he has a few weaknesses to his game. I don't think his handling is the greatest and his kicking is pretty terrible. But apart from those 2 minor issues, this guy is definitely a very good goalkeeper to have in your team. So on to the right back position, I've went with the 82 rated Ricardo Pereira. And I think this guy is a very good right back on this game. 86 pace, 81 dribbling, 79 defending. Pretty nice stats. So yeah, overall I thought he did a solid job for me in this team. So moving on to the right centre back, and we have got the 83 rated Davinson Sanchez in the team, and it was actually my first time using this guy, and I was very impressed with him. I think he is very solid defensively, he's got good enough pace, strong physically, so yeah, overall I thought he did a good job. So alongside him in the left centre-back position, we have actually got one of my favourite centre-backs on the game, and it is going to be Lucas Hernandez. This guy is great value for money as well. I bought him for 14,000 coins. Absolute steal. For me, one of the best centre-backs on the game. He really has got everything. He's got the pace, the defending, physicality, very good on the ball as well. So yeah, couldn't recommend this guy enough. I'm a big fan of his. So on to the left back position, we have got the 82 rated Shoutouts, and I've used this guy quite a few times on FIFA 20. He always does a solid job. Of course, 90 pace is a really good stat, and yeah, as I say, always does a good job for me. So we're on to the left midfield position now, and we have got the 86 rated Leroy Sané. Now I'm going to say something that might be a bit controversial, but I don't think Sané is worth how much he's going for currently on the game. I didn't get any goals or assists with him in the 3 matches. I've used him in previous teams as well. I don't know what it is. He is a good winger, but I've just not really been able to get the best out of him. I would rather have someone like an Usman Dembele over Sané. Maybe that's just my personal preference. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want to get Sané in the team. I don't think he's worth the amount of coins he's going for, but yeah, as I say, maybe you might get the best out of him. Who knows? So on to the left central midfield position, we have got the 84 rated Leon Goretzka. Really good box-to-box midfielder, doesn't really have any weakness to his game. He can get goals, he can get assists, he can defend. So yeah, very solid player on this game for sure. So alongside him in the midfield, we have got Moussa Sissoko in the team once again. And as I mentioned from the previous squad, just a great box-to-box midfielder, really can defend, got very good physicality, so yeah, useful player to have in the side for sure. So on to the right midfield position now, we have got the 83 rated Nicolas Pepe, and this guy's dropped in price quite a lot recently, and I was very impressed with him. He got 1 goal, 1 assist in 3 matches, so pretty nice return. Of course, he's got the pace, the dribbling, pretty good shooting as well, so yeah, I would recommend getting Pepe in the team. So we're moving on to the right striker, and we have got the main man himself, the 88 rated Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And I was really impressed with this guy, probably one of the best strikers that I've used. His finishing really did impress me as well, very clinical in front of goal, and I'm sure most of you guys know what Aubameyang's about, that 94 pace, just getting in behind, play to his strengths, and he'll do well for you, I can guarantee you that. So alongside him up front, of course, we have got the requested player in the 83 rated Timo Werner, and yeah, I do like this guy, as I mentioned from the previous squad as well. Just a really good striker, great at getting in behind, and yeah, I think him and Aubameyang actually linked up very nicely there. A big threat, both being very pacey forwards. So again, as you can see there, every player is on at least 9 chemistry. If you convert all the players to their correct positions, play 10 matches, every player will be on 10 chemistry. So we're on to the custom tactics for this side. They are, as you can see on screen. So on to the player instructions. Now, I just left both the strikers as they are as balanced. You could maybe tell them to get in behind because, of course, they both have got really good pace, but that's what I went with anyway. So for Pepe, I just told him to get into the box across. For both Sissoko and Goretzka, stay back while attacking, stay on the edge of the box across and to cover the centre. And Leroy Sané, I just told him to get into the box across as well. And as always, I do tell both of my fullbacks to stay back while attacking. So those are the play instructions for this 600k team. So overall, for a 600k team, I think this is a very solid team. Of course, you've got a lot of pace in that attack and in the wide areas. I'd look to exploit that as much as possible. Defensively as well, I thought it was very solid. So yeah, hopefully Joe Bolton, this team will do well for you, and you'll be able to get quite a few wins with this team in game. So guys, those are all 3 squads. Don't forget to rate every team out of 5. Let me know what you thought of them. As always, feel free to put more squad builder suggestions in the comments below. I'd hugely appreciate that. But yeah, that is just going to be about it from me for today. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But I will catch you in the next video.